feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
All right. I know y'all hear that. It sounds loud as fuck to me. Okay. All right. Enough. We do have an update on David. Interscope is yanking all the music promos amid the homicide investigation. This is actually not normal. And by the way, chat, listen, Interscope, I rock with y'all, but just lay low. I'm giving y'all advice because y'all also signed Lil Durk and y'all have upped the music promotion. Okay, they'd be like, yo, wait, Durk, wait, how long you locked up for? When you coming home? Yo, we need another album. Yo, just grab whatever's in the studio. We're dropping it. So I'm wondering why, UMG and Interscope is yanking all the promo for this guy, but like with other rappers who, whatever, maybe it's because the girl's 13 though. But murder is murder, right? I would think. If you're gonna drop or stop promoting someone because of a murder investigation, do it for everybody. Or am I like insensitive because I'm not understanding that, she's 13 and it should be handled differently? Am I tripping? So David music label Interscope is pumping the brakes on the singer's upcoming deluxe album and all the music promotion for him in the wake of the LAPD investigation into the teen found butchered in a Tesla registered to him. Sources with direct knowledge tells TMZ, UMG, the Interscope's parent company, Sony Music Publishing, and Wasserman, which is an agency, have all paused their music promotional activities related to the singer out of respect for the seriousness of the situation and ongoing investigation. His last post on Instagram promotes the deluxe version of his album Withered, which dropped in April. The deluxe is actually due out on Friday. Fans have pointed out that the post, shared on September 7th, is also the birth date of the 15-year-old girl, Celeste Rivas, who was found chopped up in the vehicle earlier this month. Police are currently deep in the investigation, and TMZ alerted that authorities have searched the Los Angeles homes of the romantic homicides singer or rapper, and this is them coming out with stuff from the home. Wow. That he was residing in Wednesday night, looking for traces of blood and other evidence. As reported, the Tesla has been parked near the house, and he's not publicly addressed the investigation. It's unclear if his tour will continue. Probably not. His show in Seattle was scheduled for Wednesday night. It was axed after cops determined the victim was Celeste. They've obtained photos and videos of both of them interacting in the past, and the mom told TMZ her daughter was dating someone named David. TMZ was told that Thursday that his Saturday concert was still on. We were unable to confirm his show was still scheduled in San Francisco would take place, though tickets are still on sale.
Hey, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan. Big fan. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Okay. So this nigga was doing a lot. Rampage Jackson's son has now been arrested for a wrestling attack that supposedly went too far. If you don't know, this has been a big thing in the streaming world. Raja Jackson, the son of the UFC legend Rampage Jackson, was actually arrested today for brutally beating down a wrestler at an event late last month. According to TMZ Sports, they learned that the 25-year-old was taken into custody early this morning and was booked on a felony charge. And it shows that he's still behind bars, but he's being held on $50,000 bond. The arrest stems from an ugly incident that happened at a pro wrestling event, which is ironic. He got arrested for doing violence in wrestling, which I guess I believe most people at this point know that most wrestling moves and what usually happens are scripted, not necessarily fake. But they're saying this guy just went wild and just assaulted someone and actually put this guy in the hospital. So that's what he's actually getting arrested for on a felony. And they're saying that, he had slammed the guy, then pummeled him with nearly 2 dozen punches as the guy was unconscious. Mercifully, after 10 to 11 seconds of the repeated blows, other wrestlers stepped in and pulled him off. The wrestler who had gotten into a spat with Rogers before the event spent several days in a hospital with numerous injuries, including a fractural maxilla bone. What bone is that? And, Rampage Jackson spoke about it, and he told Ariel Helwani that he thinks that his son should do some time, but community services time for, or maybe he was talking about
Fuck
jail.
all that, Roger. I think that he should do a little time, do a little community service, and go to anger management class, see some therapy.
But that goes like some people said it was attempted murder and things like that. That's not a little time.
It wasn't attempted murder.
Yo, that's crazy. Imagine recommending time for your son. I thought he would be more defending his son, say this was a mistake, but he's actually recommending time for his son. His son got to be cooked.
Because he wasn't trying to kill that guy.
How do you know?
Because that's my son. I know my son. Roger wasn't trying to kill nobody. He wasn't trying to kill that guy. Roger probably didn't even know how bad he hurt that guy. He wasn't trying to kill that guy. The problem is everything got blown out of proportion, and people thought that Roger snuck into the fucking ring and did that. That's what the problem is. Like at this point, Roger was in the act as a pro wrestler, but he ain't no fucking pro wrestler. The promoters had no reason putting my son in that fucking ring.
Yeah, so this is like a complex situation. I'm not going to play the video of the brutal beating because he was attacking this guy while he was unconscious. Apparently, him and a guy had an altercation earlier that day. Later that day, he was put in the ring, but all while this was going on, he's a competitor in physical sports, just like his father. And essentially, he had a concussion. He was treating a concussion, and he should have never been actually asked to be in a ring or be in competition at all. So this happened while he had a concussion. This guy got into it with him, an altercation, and when he got in the ring versus the same guy, he went wild on the guy, beating him unconscious, and that's the problem. The police see it as a crime. I think he has some plausible deniability, while the act of him hitting this guy is caught on camera and is indisputable as assault. I would go to argue that any sensible attorney or a good attorney would say, we can't just look at it in a vacuum. Is it assault or not? Because if there's violence committed within a ring with either boxers or wrestlers, that's not considered assault. It should be looked at like that. And the reality of that is that he wasn't trying to hurt anyone, and he should have never been put in the ring in the first place. So I think that's what they're going to go with. I don't know if people are going to buy it, but the gruesome picture of this guy now in the hospital and also him getting beat up is definitely a thing. Okay.